Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Yakuza video. So we're going to be looking a bit, we're going to have a little bit of an insight to the Kiryu. Well, I say the Kiryu like he's more than one, but the part of the Kiryu and Majima mod from hour ago. Link will be in the description. We're going to be looking at Kiryu this time. So we're going to start off just by mentioning his equipment. He has a unique piece of gear called the Dragon Fist. The Dragon Fist is just his unique weapon for this. I'm pretty sure get it from the Chinese market, well, the secret shop, Chinese secret shop guy. Pretty sure he's Chinese. He does know obviously Kiryu and Majima from the other games. These have quite a big stat boost in some areas for like the attack, magic and defense compared to the other weapons that Junki Han / the Kiryu would have access to. The weapons do also give an extra 500 HP and an extra 200 MP, which can help in the True Millennium Tower or just any fights that you might be having a bit of issue in. And again, please don't quote me on where to find these fists. So next we're just going to go into a battle and go through what he has access to into battle. So first of all, we're going to go through the attacks. So Kiryu has access to quite a few attacks, mainly ones that he uses from his boss fight. As you can see, he does use the Dragon of Dojima fighting style. Styles we're going to get onto a bit later because they don't work like how they would in the boss fight. So first of all, we're going to use his just basic standard attack, which is just a simple kick. No real special properties about it. It's just a kick. Can't really do much else than that. So next up is the double low, which is his first ability skill, which is just 2 swift low kicks. Again, no other real properties besides just knocking down, which is more that can be said for his main attack. Next up, the beast attack. This attack is just his beast attack that he's using the boss fight, and as well as when you play him in Yakuza 0 and Kimaway. So nice 4 hits, and it allows for a follow-up, which can help in any fight really, since it allows for a free hit. Let's just get through the enemies. Okay, we'll skip to when Kiryu wants to not be charmed. So next we got the wrist jab. This is a single jab that can knock down and also does allow for a follow-up. I think there's one more attack that allows for a follow-up, which we will be getting to. So next up for Kiryu is, actually I'll talk about his dodge first. His dodge is a bit different to Majima's in the sense that Kiryu dodges in his conventional dodge forward. From what I've found, it doesn't really stop the enemy from attacking, so they can actually just follow up with more attacks on their end. So if they're doing like a 5-hit attack, sometimes how the first hit would miss, they'd stop. With Kiryu, would keep going. So next attack is the upper and high. This is 1, 2. From my testing, it does seem to have the second hit does seem to crit a bit more than the others, but again, that's just from my testing. And here we are. Weakness. Obviously, second hit's not gonna throw up much. So we'll just finish off this one again with an upper and higher, and then we'll bounce on to the next battle to see what other moves he has access to. So here we are in the Sagema fight in the Millennium Tower. Next, we're going to do the uppercut. So this is just a single uppercut, which, if he wasn't doing it on Sagema and his love for blocking, there you go, it would allow for a follow just as then. So that hits ground, but it does allow for a follow, which can, again, like the rush jab, is really good. So next is body and strike, which is 2 hits, 2 pretty big hits, where it does actually knock down as well. So let's do it again, see if we can get the knockdown. No, but it does knock down and does the bounce effect, a bit like Ichiban's bat. So next up is the stun combo. This is, again, 4 hits, nice and quick, gives the enemy a little bit of a stun, which if you're quick enough you can probably follow up with them not blocking. But it does also have a chance to stun, as I just say there. Next is the rush combo. This, you know, the iconic 4 hits with the kick at the end. Depending on the enemy, you know, you're going to get quite a bit big damage. Our front bosses don't get much damage, but on like little mobs, peons, as some would say, you're going to get quite a nice amount of damage. As you can see, it goes up quite a lot. So, onto his second last attack, it is the Brawler Rush. This, you know, simple 4 hits. I wouldn't really, at the moment I think all the MP is the same for most of the attacks. So really, if you're going to be using like a Brawler Rush, you might as well use the Rush combo, because you're going to get a lot of, it has really good, I want to say, damage scaling, or the damage goes up really well. So next is the Beast Throw. This, we all know, in the boss fight he likes to throw barrels and can hit twice, which is really good in some cases, especially if they're weak to it. You can get two hits of weak. Next is the Dragon Gaze, which is, we all know this, he's readying for that massive Tiger Drop that we all love. So let's just see it in action right now, after Sagema's buff. So, Tiger Drop, boom, on a boss, 300 damage, where, let's say we're hitting, you get 600 on a down hit. We'll let's just say we'll use Seiko, you know, using the same attack as Majima, you know, nothing out of the ordinary there. But you get 300 damage. Sometimes on some bosses, I say bosses, on some common enemies you're going to be hitting much higher. But obviously that one turn up and you get to use the legendary Tiger Drop. So next we're going to go on to his styles. So he has 3 styles that he can use. The Rush style, Beast style, and Dragon of Dojima. These aren't really used as styles like in the boss fight, it's more like buffs to himself. So first of all, we've got the Rush style. That raises accuracy and evasion, so you can use them to make sure he doesn't take as much damage from, let's say take as much damage, doesn't miss as much and has a high chance of evading attacks. Next is the Beast style, where he does his beast stance and it will increase his defense sometimes, but I think it's very dependent on possibly the enemy and Kiryu himself, because no idea why it sometimes hits, well, does the buff but doesn't do the buff. Last is the Dragon of Dojima style, where he enters the iconic foot stomp, getting a bit of on the go. That increases evasion and hit rate. I think it has the same properties with the defense, where it's very hit or miss, which is like, yeah, you know, maybe it's a way to, you know, increase that chance below 100%. So his last main move is obviously the legendary Essence of the Dragon God, where he phones himself to do the attack. Will they play out for the badassery?
You want to die? Step up.
Ugh. That's how the Yakuza 4 fight should have went. Boom, dead. It does obviously a lot of damage given this is special attack, and you know that costs 1,000,000 yen, so 1,000,000 yen's worth of damage for only 75 MP is not bad. But that pretty much is a quick overview of Kiryu. Sorry if I seemed a bit iffy on it. It's, you know, not really used to recording kind of little depth guides things. One thing I did forget to actually mention is his follow-up attack is just literally the same as Jungi Han's, where he just punches the floor. But yeah, I will do a Majima 1. Sorry if I didn't seem very confident in this one. I'm just trying to improve, and I do enjoy. I'm very impressed in how much traffic I'm actually getting just doing these little things, like especially the Kiryu Majima mod gameplay. I was playing around with it, and wow. One of the best videos probably I've done ever. But yeah, we'll do a Majima 1. Please subscribe. Majima's 1, I'm hoping to get a bit more. It's not going to be as long because he doesn't have as many unique moves. He only has like the evasion slash and like others. But the person who made the mod has said they are going to be adding, they might be trying to do Taiga Sajima, which, you know, hopefully replaces, you know, Adachi, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, please look forward to the next video, and if you do get this far, comment Dragon of Dojima, and please suggest some kind of improvements for me, because, you know, not really my forte doing these. But yeah, thank you for watching, and ciao.